I'm starting to think that the people in the comment sections aren't real. I'm starting to believe that everybody that I see in the comment and chat sections were hired by George Soros and they're professional agitators. Josh Hokit is the best thing that's happened to the UFC in I don't know how long. And I briefly considered actually doing the research and trying to find out, well, what was the other most recent best, like, was it Khabib Nurmagomedov? And then I was getting exhausted thinking about it, and then I was gonna put the video off because I wanted to do my due diligence. And then I realized it's just a figure of speech. That doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying when I say that phrase. So he is the best thing that's happened to the UFC, and I don't know how long. And I can say that genuinely because, like I said, I didn't do the research. But it's amazed me the negative reception that I've been seeing in comment sections, and I should not be surprised, but personally, my own perspective, I have to say that I think Josh Hokit, he's the type of fighter that I will bring home to introduce to my mama. You know what I'm saying? Josh Hokit is the kind of dude that might make me stop feeling like I need to go get some strange. Watching all these Russian promotions, watching all these other things where they're doing, crazy theatrics and stuff that feeds into the freak show aspects of the things that I love, that I talk about often. He is bringing that to the sport. Look no further. Josh Hokit is to the UFC as Timmy No Breaks is to Kill Tony. If you know, you know. Josh Hokit is to the UFC as Caitlin Clark. Oh, sit down for this one. As Caitlin Clark is to the WNBA. How many decades upon decades, well, let's just say since its inception, to be honest, since the WNBA has been conceived, believed and achieved, it's been a meme. It's been a laughing stock, right? People make fun of it. People love to make fun of it. It's boring. I'd rather watch an elementary school game. Whatever the thing is, it's boring. Why are we wasting tax dollars on this, right? Well, then Caitlin Clark comes along. Oh, snap. This is kind of cool. Oh, snap. She's out there shooting stuff like Steph Curry. And let's not talk about the fact that he ruined the NBA. That's not the point. That's not the narrative currently. She's out there doing stuff that we didn't see people do before, and it was exciting. And then what did all the haters start doing? And it's like everyone just became a hater by default. They start fouling and fouling and fouling. Even the refs. And I'm not even saying, I don't know if you guys paid attention. I'm not saying the refs because I know what you're thinking right now. I know what the assumption is. You're thinking when I mention the refs, oh, there's all these people fouling and they're playing dirty and the refs ain't even calling it. They're looking the other way. They're probably betting on it. No. Maybe. But I'm saying even the refs were fouling her. The refs were throwing elbows. It was crazy. And that's what people are doing to Josh Hokit right now. We finally have somebody in the UFC that's going against everything that was making us call it boring. And now we're complaining. It's kind of like when a dude has, he's with his lady, right? He has a girlfriend. And he's like, man, why? I think you're getting too comfortable. Wearing those sweats all the time. You don't even put no makeup on no more. You don't even try. You don't even care. Come on, man. And then she gets all cleaned up the next day and puts on all her stuff, puts on some lipstick. And then he's like, oh, you cheating on me or what? Oh, you cheating now? And it's like, dude, make up your mind. That's what the UFC fan base is doing right now. We got a bunch of wishy-washy people in the fan base right now. And you know what they do? They praise people like Jiri Prochazka. They praise him. They love him and adore him because that dude thinks he's a Ninja Turtle. And they love the show that dude puts on and all the theatrics that he brings to the organization. Well, let me tell you something. I have done extensive research, and I'm fairly certain that he's just autistic. And I, with, chanclas on the ground, trying to figure this thing out, am fairly certain he has no idea. He has no clue. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know why people love him. He's not self-aware. This dude has admitted in interviews that he goes out into the wilderness and he smokes that Hayabusa. He's out there smoking Hayabusa. He's licking frogs. He's going out into the forest blindfolded for a week and a half at a time, trying to figure out if he wants to take a fight or not, just so he could come back and get knocked out. This is the dude that people are rooting for. He was out there being naked and afraid before you knew it on TV, before you knew and loved it on TV. He was like Kramer. Remember when Kramer went and he had that meeting and he was telling them, I got an idea for a cologne, the beach, and it smells like the beach, and they laughed him out of the office. They're like, haha, what are you talking about? And then he saw it in a magazine later. That's what they did to Jiri. They took advantage of him because they knew that he doesn't even got his wits about him. This dude, Jiri, he has a spirit Halloween in his town that stays open all year long, year round. While you're out shopping at JCPenney, getting your brand new pair of chinos, he's out shopping at Spirit Halloween on the daily, like it's normal. He don't even know what Halloween is. They don't celebrate Halloween where he's from. He's out there buying his swords and his nunchucks and his machetes and all the stuff he puts on his head and everything. That's how he gets down, not trying to be ironic, not trying to be funny, not trying to be silly. And in case nobody realized it before, that's the reason why you root for him. Because he has a membership. He gets points. Jiri gets points back at Spirit Halloween. That's why you root for him. It's not because of his resume. It's not because of his fighting. You know why? Let me tell you, in case you don't have a Wi-Fi connection. Jiri, let's see here. What did he do? Did I click on another page? Did I open another page? No, I didn't. Okay, hold up. Jiri, let's take a peek at his resume. I'm about to upload this video right now. And I would appreciate it very much if you would like, comment, share, subscribe, hype, watch to the end, all that kind of stuff. So that YouTube could fall in love with me. Thank you. So, I mean, we could go all the way back to Ryzen and blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. But UFC, that's what counts, right? Typically. So, he got beat by Glover for the whole fight, in case you guys don't remember that. Glover was winning on the cards. Went all the way to the 5th round. Glover was outclassing him at every angle. And Glover made a mistake and got choked out in the last 30 seconds or so. Glover, old man Glover, was beating him. After that, he gets knocked out by Pereira, okay? Then he beats a dude on a 4-fight losing skid, Alexander Rakic, okay? Then he got knocked out again by Pereira, okay? Then he beat Jamal Hill. Enough said, Jamal Hill, 3-fight losing skid. Everybody makes fun of him. Again, here's what I ask people to remember. Remember who you make fun of and why, and then keep that same narrative when it applies to other things, okay? Because we're talking about Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill here, okay? And then he beats Khalil Roundtree, the dude that basically commits and promises to himself on every outing that he's going to completely abandon his strategy and game plan, okay? That's the resume of Jiri Prochazka. So in case you didn't know, you root for him. You root for him because of his persona that he's not even putting on. He's not even in control of it. This was assigned to him at birth. And if it is the persona, then why do we judge Josh Hokit for it? How come he can't have a persona? How come we don't get mad at Kobe Bryant for the Black Mamba? How come we don't get mad at Beyonce for being Sasha Fierce? Why don't we get mad at Taylor Swift for being a hooker? Why do they get to get away with these things, but not Josh Hokit? Now, let me tell you something. I'm not claiming that he's perfect. I'm not saying that every single thing that comes out of his mouth is absolute hilarity and perfection. I like the Beatles, okay? I'm going to listen to the White Album, right? You better believe I'm going to skip Piggies. You think I want to sit down and listen to Piggies? Do you think I want to waste moments of my life on Piggies? You don't think I'm going to skip Wild Honey Pie? I'm not saying that everything is absolute perfection. I'm just saying we shouldn't be judging him and coming after him for something that he's supposed to do, that he has to do. And let me tell you this in case you didn't know. He apologized. There's a video online right now where he was doing an interview. I think it was MMA Uncensored. I'm not positive. I think they're the ones that have the footage. If you look it up, you'll find it. Something about Josh Hokit apologizes. Says sorry. And look, I hate to have to break kayfabe. I hate it. But you guys make it necessary. bunch of dweebs out there that doesn't understand the necessities of these things. And I have to break kayfabe to let you know. Josh Hokit was doing an interview where he was doing his whole thing and going crazy. He was doing all that stuff. And then when it was over, he took off his hat. He's like, I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. And then everyone starts laughing. They're like, oh, snap. He's a real dude. He has to do that. He has to do that. And what a gentleman. He could have stayed in character. He could have been like that dude. Who's that jerk that played Batman in American Psycho? And he likes the smell of his own pedos. And he starts yelling at people, oh, you professional? Oh, you professional? Remember that dude that yelled at the guy on the Batman set because of the lights or something like that? That's not Josh Hokit. The camera goes dead. He goes, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. And he's kind of laughing, like nervously, like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. And he was asking him, how do I get out of here? He just wanted to leave. He was embarrassed. Even he's self-aware. He knows what he's doing, but he knows that he has to do it. He apologized. And that's when we should realize that it's super necessary. And when I realized that earlier today, when I saw that video, I thought, oh, I've spent all this time thinking that Masvidal was a bad dude. When he was talking about how it was super necessary what he did to Ben Askren. And you know what? We've heard other fighters say those things. Maybe not in those exact words, but we always hear him say stuff like that. It's my job. It's my job to keep hitting them until they pull me off, till they peel me off. And then I started connecting the dots. They tell them this. They indoctrinate them with this backstage, just like the referees tell them the other stuff. Hey, cheating works. And all that. I got the hiccups mid-video. I apologize. This isn't the type of video that I edit, so I'm sorry. I feel like Josh Hokit right now. It's super necessary. They tell them these things. You keep hitting them. You better keep hitting them. You better show them that blood. They're coached to do these things. They're coached to be brutal, to keep hammer fisting those dudes into the canvas until somebody peels them off. They're coached to say these crazy things on the microphone that, oh, do you hate them? Oh, are you mad at Josh? Well, what did it make you do? Now you're talking about him. Now you don't shut up in the comment sections and in the chat sections, and the UFC got what they wanted again. You guys going like this, wah, 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 and more typey doodles. It worked. Josh Hokit has to do this. It's super necessary. And you know what is weird? All the fans say the UFC is boring. It's stale. It's not exciting anymore. And then the moment somebody tries to get exciting, they say, this is cringy. I don't like this. It's supposed to be pure. It's supposed to be a sport. Why are they making it WWE? And then when they stop, it's boring. It's stale. I'm going to go watch RAF. Are you joking? I'm starting to think that the people in the comment sections aren't real. I'm starting to believe that everybody that I see in the comment and chat sections were hired by George Soros and they're professional agitators. That's what I'm starting to believe. Am I wrong? Can you say something real silly in the comment section? Go off script a little bit just so I know that you're not an AI bot? Because they're getting real sophisticated. People complain that the UFC is boring because every single time people ask questions, we're going to find out Saturday night. We're going to find out. We're going to blow the roof off. It's going to be fireworks. We can't stand it when fighters do that, right? The same Rolodex, the same pull string type stuff. We're going to blow the roof off this place. There's going to be fireworks. We're going to find out Saturday night. Same thing as always. And we're like, oh my gosh, mix it up. And then Josh Hokit mix it up and we go, oh, stop it. You're weird. Are you kidding me? Bro. And then Dana White comes out and affirms and validates people by saying, it's not my thing. I don't know. It's not my thing. Oh, it's not your thing, Dana? It's not your thing. Should Josh Hokit throw a dolly at a bus, shattering windows, getting shards of glass in people's eyes, mentally traumatizing Rose Namajunas so that the combination of that and that PB&J can make her be never the same again, breaking hearts worldwide? Should he do that kind of stuff so that you could turn it into an advertisement? Is that your thing, Dana? Somebody please direct Josh Hokit to the dolly so we could get UFC approval.